Alright, so I want to try suspending sprinkles in resin again using some PVA glue. And I want to try using this heart-shaped gift box. First, what I want to do is I want to brush some of these chrome flakes onto the ribbon part of the mold. Kind of color shifts from like purplish to reddish. And I'm just gonna use a makeup brush for that. Yeah, this is getting everywhere. Give me a minute. Alright, so I think I remember someone saying that this type of sponge applicator tends to work well for applying flakes onto mold, so I'll try that. Not really getting a bunch on at once, and it seems to be like crushing them as I put it on. Oh. I guess I'll go back to the brush. I think I might have a small preference of flakes over chrome powders, just because the flakes kind of seem like, almost look like an oil slick type color. Or texture or sheen, whatever you want to call it. Alright, now I gotta clean up the molds. Now you can either use like baby wipes, which can sometimes take a while, or you could use tape. Well, you could also get like a Q-tip wet and do that around the smaller spots. Tape is probably the easiest and most effective, but it can be harder to like be accurate when cleaning. Alright, so I mixed up 100 milliliters of resin. I am using the 3 times Super Yellow Resist resin by J. Diction again for this. And I cleaned these out the best I could. That probably took a good hour or so. Now I can feel this getting warm already, which that may be good in this case. That means it'll start curing a little faster. Now, normally for a mold this size, you might want to use a deep pour resin, but because otherwise it it might cure too fast, but I'm hoping to use that to my advantage. This time I am going to put the glue in first, so that way hopefully I don't crush my sprinkles again. And I am putting a decent amount in here, because I want it thick. Now in total, this mold holds about 120 milliliters of resin, I believe, but I only mixed up 100 because obviously the sprinkles is going to take up some space too. Now I want this thicker, so I'm adding more glue. I'm guessing it turned white because of air bubbles. I am a little bit worried now. Well, I don't want this to flash cure on me, at least before I get it in the mold, so I guess I'm going to mix in the sprinkles. Now, I wouldn't need to worry so much about it sinking if I used more sprinkles and less resin, but I don't really want to have to use all my sprinkles. Oh, almost fell backwards. I guess I will start with the lid. I try to work out bubbles from under the lip. Yeah, it already looks like they're probably sinking. What to do with the leftovers? Let's see if I have enough for a sprinkle cap. Oh no, that's looking muddy. Guess a lot of the gold must have sunk to the bottom. You know, at this point, I'm not as worried about if it turns out how I wanted. At this point, I kind of just hoping it cures with how much glue I put in. Okay, these are ready to be demolded. I will start with the cat one. And it is sticky. So you can see the sprinkles did sink. So yeah, you can see the mold is still kind of sticky. And the lid. And that's how it looks with the lid. I'm going to see if maybe washing it will get rid of the stickiness. Alright, just stopping in to give a little bit of an update. I washed these and it came off a lot easier than uncured resin normally would, so it made me think that it was just like melted sprinkles that made it sticky, so I decided I would let it soak in warm water for a while to melt some of this, any sprinkles that were sticking out, and that caused a lot of little holes, which makes sense, but I wasn't really thinking of that when I did that. So now I had sanded it and washed that off, let it dry for a day, and then I just used some rubbing alcohol to wipe everything off and make sure there's no leftover dust and no oils from my hands or anything. And now I am going to do a coat of UV resin over everything. I probably won't record that just because that is going to take quite a while. But if you do something similar and have similar issues, I don't recommend soaking it in water. I would just wash it off, maybe use rubbing alcohol to get off any stickiness, and then go straight to a coat of UV resin. That way you don't end up with all these air pockets, that some of which go completely through the bottom, so save yourself a bit of hassle. Anyways, I will be back to show you the results. Alright, so I brushed everything over with UV resin, and the bottom's a little bit messy, but oh well. So everything should hopefully be sealed in. Some parts I needed to brush 2 coats on, but anyways, this is what it looks like finished, and I will leave you with some more finished shots.